When it rains in Singapore, water flows smoothly into well-planned drainage systems. But when it rains in Nairobi, the city almost instantly transforms into a temporary lake. The downpour, which began on Friday evening, quickly overwhelmed by drainage systems in several neighborhoods across the city, sending water levels rising rapidly in Kenya's capital city.
Kawaida Nairobi ikinyesha kidogo tu kuna mafuriko. Mwaka huu kwa sababu ya Green Army.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again to Creative Sellers TV, home of Kenyan politics. It has been something like 5 days since we created our last video. I've been sick, feeling unwell, but job is job. We must just come here once again and do what was meant for us doing, discussing and injecting the politics of 254 and checking on impunity and excesses that the government of none other than President William Samoei Ruto and the county of Nairobi, not forgetting Kisumu and Omabay, are doing. That is the work of the Lord that we are doing in this channel. But ladies and gentlemen, before we dive deeply into this video, as it has always been our norm, kindly just take a second or two to like this video, comment telling us where you are watching us from, and most importantly, just subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if by any chance you're watching us from a different platform, you can just head over to YouTube, search for Creative Sellers TV, politics, war, and documentaries. Not forgetting sports, because we are Fabrino Romine of 254. At last, let's get a deep dive into this video scene. Ladies and gentlemen, tumekuwa na a very big saga in Nairobi pertaining the floods in ili affect a lot of most sub counties in Nairobi. Wait, here are some of the tapes of Nairobi residents being rescued during these floods. So kuna methali inasemaga that samaki ikunje angali mbichi. You see, 2 years back, I can remember when Sakaja was elected, alinunua several boats that were supposed to be used in rescuing these people. Not my words. Huyu jamaa anaitwa Blanda went on and recorded a video through his socials. Now akatukumbusha bro, hizi maboats zilienda wapi? Is the tape.
Majama 2023 niliacha Nairobi County wakisema ni aje wanataka kuchambua hizo maboat ziko zinasaidia wasee time ya nini ya flooding huko Mairia. So sijui kama zilifika wamezifungia kwa store ama hizo ganji kuna masango wenyewe walishazimanji. Juni Bulanda huko Mairia tunahitaji emergency response team ya maana ikuje saidia watu leo.
You see, I can remember Sakaja once said that for him to build an exclusive drainage, it requires something like 20 billion, which for him are Anna. Not my words, these are the words of none other than Sakaja.
The drainage people say we need to improve. To increase the drainage in Nairobi County for rain that comes maybe once a year costs around 25 billion shillings. So you put 25 billion only on drainage. I will not pay a single salary. I'd rather do small improvements. But to do that massive infrastructure that the city needs, you need to get money upfront. We are talking to transaction advisors, but you need to help us with the law. PFM has restrictions, county government has restrictions. Urban Areas and Cities Act can create exceptions that allow the city to engage in certain ways of raising municipal financing. My friend, I have a friend who's the mayor of Cape Town.
Wait, if Sakaja can say that he doesn't have any clear solutions for building those drainage, then who do we expect to build those drainage for us? Wait, yesterday we lost close to 25 lives, bro. People were drowning, cars were being swept away, properties were being destroyed, garages in South View, kayards, gari zilikuwa zinaloa maji. Tell me, hizo hasara zote nani angelipa?
At least 25 people have been killed in Kenya's capital, Nairobi, after heavy rain caused severe flash flooding. More than 30 people were rescued, but many others drowned after being swept into rivers.
And this is the thing, 2 days down the line, Sakaja has not even been seen outside speaking about this one. Ujamaa kwa Nairobi kweli. You see, tunasemaga that kuna vitu zingine zetu tukipuuza as Nairobi residents and as Kenyans, hizi vitu zinakuja kutuumiza. When William Samoei alisema ati anataka kuchukua some roles of when William Samoei said that anataka kuchukua some roles of Nairobi County, I saw several people wakipia kelele ati hizo roles ziachiwe tu none other than President William Samoei, achiwe tu none other than Sakaja. Sakaja, a person who recently alisema that he cannot even build drainage because it cost a lot of hiyo budget yake yote. Bro, let me tell you one thing. If Nairobi revenue alone every year in amount to something like 180 billion Kenya shillings then zinakuwa to collected, according to the guy anasema that akitengeneza hizi drainage, bro, the money akitengeneza hizi drainage atakosa pesa ya kulipa watu wenye wanafanya kazi in county government of Nairobi. Na bado nyinyi mtasema tu you guys are still be willing to give this man a second time at Mbwegze. I've seen I saw a video circulating online about a guy in Mathare. I don't know that was in Mathare ama Kibra, saying Mbwegze. Now the time that alikuwa akisema Mbwegze, nyumba yake ilikuwa flooded na maji. So what is the best solution for this event that you are currently encountering in Nairobi at the moment? Number one, serikali. You see, Nairobi County is big to be called a county. You know, cool. And the best thing is Nairobi should not even be governed with any politician in this country. Trust me. Nairobi nafaa kama si military nafaa kupewa Nairobi, because Nairobi capitalism is high. Bro, Nairobi you can start a business today, then the people who just want to eat from that your business, hata imeshinda profit yenye utakuwa unapata kwa hiyo biashara. So at least iende kwa military ama metropolitan, where these people will be operating independently in building Nairobi. Because Nairobi, tukisema kweli, hata Babu Owino mwenye mnasema ati akipewa the governor of Nairobi will change Nairobi, let me tell you one thing, that was Embakasi, where several people walishindwa kupita barabara. Na mnasema ati is among the most performing MPs, ati tukimpea governor atapiga hiyo kazi. Bro, this will be a great ruining of reputation of none other than Babu Owino at the moment. I've seen you putting blame on none other than Edwin Sifuna for him failing to do his oversight role on Johnson Sakaja. Let me tell you one thing, hakuna mtu mwenye alipitia ngumu kwa auditing kwa hapo kwa Senate than none other than Johnson Sakaja. So you guys, divide Nairobi tumekuwa na ile assumption that Nairobi is a city, Nairobi should be built. You see, me basically living that I'm from Kano, and I've always witnessed these huge floods. I was not surprised, but I'm just surprised to see several people who have not even seen floods yesterday were drowning. Bro, that was among the most inhuman thing that I've ever seen in my life. So I think that Nairobi basically should just be kama ni devolution. It only under devolution, then ipewe military. You just saw what military did after Johnson Sakaja, after Mike Sonko alitolewa kwa ile city yake na Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. You can remember. Kabro zilikuwa zinapangwa mpaka kwa places zenye hakuna mtu mwenye alifikiria that kabro zitaweza shikwa. Let me take an example of Car West where I'm staying. Kuna kabro mpaka kwa place, yani kwa Panya Road. So I think that this is the best thing to be done in Nairobi. And hata kama ni public participation inafaa kufanywa, then inafaa kufanywa Nairobi bucket ikuwa na military kwa juu, then tukuwe na some MPs. Yani kwetu ni kama New York. That is the best thing. Because Nairobi is huge, and if we keep on electing these politicians who wanakuja kila siku wakituambia hii, wanatuambia hii, then bro, we are going nowhere. The problem of Nairobi haikuanza leo, ni kitu ilianza before. Nairobi wasn't even meant to be a city. If you can remember the Indian Dukawalas during the construction of the railway line in 1901. So na you blame several governors wamekuja wakipitiaga si drainage ni mbaya, si wala ni mbaya. No, that is the big problem here is Nairobi imekuwa develop rapidly. Na the influencer na the investors who have been developing this city wamekuwa wakinyama, yani wanajengea big buildings, then wana end up wana connect hizo sewer line yao, but the funny thing is wana forget kutengeneza drainage. I'm a landscaper by myself, and I understand the repercussions of building a big house, then I forget kuunda drainage. Hapo utakuwa na blanda kabisa. Maji you cannot control, maji is kujicontrol peke yake, lazima uipatiage away yenye nafuata. So if you guys are keep on blaming on Sakaja and you hope for Babu Owino to become your governor, then ati ndio atawatengenezea your capital city, then let me tell you one thing, you guys will still be cooked, and there's no way that none other than Babu Owino will repair those drainage. Hata yeye compare your seat, bro, let me tell you one thing, the same hatred that none other than Sakaja is going at the moment is the same hatred that none other than Babu Owino will go through. Na ukweli ni after going through that hatred, people being that financial base of Babu Owino is based on young youths, let me tell you one thing, this man will perish like nothing else. We know you always lie to these people. I can remember you lied to Okia Mtata here that you loved him, but all of a sudden poop akanyamaza. Matiange mumefanya kacha mpaka kazi yenye alikuwa akifanya World Bank akakuja kwa support hapa chini. Saizi hata akiita rally, you guys really barely attend those rallies. So just imagine, none other than Babu Owino at the moment, mnamdanganya that is the only person who can change Nairobi. Then all of a sudden after him going for that post, bro, atakuwa amejishikia underball peke yake. Anyway guys, let me know your own thoughts on the comment section. What do you think are the best things that can be done in Nairobi that can lead to the end of these floods? Because right now floods in Nairobi, bro, is something that is pathetic, and controlling it won't be a walk in the park. At last, I was your host, Silas. Till next video. Bye bye.